Hello, Animation West Africa. Um, my name is Kunde Adekayoro, and I'll I would like to go through some of like the process I follow when modeling, and that's 3D modeling, as you all know. Um, I've been asked to do this so as to assist and show some of my workflow. I'll try to make this as brief as possible, as we all know that this is going to be a real time work section. So there might be some back and forth, uh, which is totally allowed. I'll try to make this as professional as possible, but still trying to um, be myself and work the way I do normally. So basically, what we are doing now is a generator set of which a client requested for. The initial one I did was, I think you guys have seen that already, which is this. Yes, uh, the images you can see now. So I'm going to be doing an order, and I'll show you people some of the steps I take in achieving that. So, going into this folder, I have images of the new generator set I'm about to model. And like I always say, when modeling anything, reference images are very important. I mean, very important. You cannot rule that out. And people most times underestimate the power of reference images. Uh, let's just put it this way: the better or the more reference images you have, better chances of modeling whatever it is right, and also it makes life easier for you, trust me. So here I have, even though they are not really that much, but at least they tend to show me a lot about exactly what I'm about to model. As you can see from the pictures there, I have various pictures of the sides, the top, um, perspective view. Even though uh, the views I might really want are not that clear or present here. For example, when modeling, we usually use like um, 2D ground views, which are probably the front view, the top view, the side view. Mostly they come in form of blueprints, that's 2D drawings, accurate 2D drawings. But in this case, we don't have. We are just going to make use of whatever it is. Luckily for us, we have a front view uh, and some picture taking of the side and top. So that basically is enough to tell us exactly how this looks like. So we are going to start. So before I actually do anything, the first thing I usually do, even though on a normal everyday workflow I don't do this, like I don't really do, I can go through this process because the process actually happens in my head, but I'm going to be showing you guys regardless. So what I do basically is I take one of the reference images and I open them in Photoshop. It can be any application of choice. So what I want to be doing is I want to visualize exactly how I'm going to go about modeling this. It's pretty much something I do. Like I said, I do that mentally. I don't necessarily come into the Photoshop and start drawing lines, but I'll show you guys just so you guys see the mental thought that is put in place. So when you have your reference images or the reference image that you want to use in Photoshop, let me switch on my tablet. So what I do here is basically uh tablet tablet. Oh, okay. I have to change some settings like pen tablet. I'm using two screens, so I have to change the screen to which my tablet works. Okay, fine, good. So what I do basically is select the paintbrush. Let's move this over here. Select paintbrush, and I give it a small enough size so that we can actually paint on this thing. So let's give a color red, or no, let's say white to start with. Then I can create a new layer, and what I want to do now is I want to draw lines that are going to be more like a wireframe, structure. So what I'm trying to do now is building my wireframe, even without starting anything in 3D yet. This is going to make it easy for us in the long run, in the sense that you actually have a plan of what to do. Sometimes you can go into modeling like freehand or free mode without doing this, but I just feel this helps at least to an extent. So what I'm about to do now is, the first thing I want to do is I like determining my hard edges. That means the edges that actually the edges that make this particular model. So looking at the picture here, one of the very obvious ones that we are going for is this. So what I do is I draw a line on this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, I draw a line on this. I said it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a visual guide. Okay. Okay. The Photoshop is acting up. You just have to wait for it to come back. I don't know why my Photoshop keeps doing this, but it can be really annoying at times. It can be really annoying at times. Just freezes for some few minutes. So as we are waiting for the application to come back, like I said, what I'm doing now is determining the boundaries of my hard and edges. Because those edges are what really makes this model unique. Every other object have their own hard edges, and it's a very good option to like specify where those edges are, because if you don't get those edges right, they might it's not it's not really going to look like what you're trying to model. Okay, so Photoshop is back. So I'll continue drawing these edges. uh, huh, my lines are really wobbly right now, and I don't know exactly what the problem is, but we'll come back. Okay, back now. So I'll draw that. So that's edge number 1 and edge number 2. That's thickness. So this is edge number 2. This is necessarily not an edge, but we can take that into consideration. Let's just mark it out. There are two ways you can actually go about that. But so the next major edge are this. Continues up to this, to the side. Then we have this. We have this. Forget about the secondary shapes. We are more worried about the primary shape now. Then this goes well. Just want to get the outline right. Okay, so once we have that, we can actually start to fill the form here. So this side is facing this direction, this side is facing this direction. So to connect this, we just need um, to connect with our lines. Then connect this. So once we have this, you can put a secondary edge here. It doesn't really matter. It depends on your choice. So with this, we can see the way the edge is going to flow. So this, for this indented area, we know that our edge now is going to flow inward. It's more like sketching this all over again, but we are doing this with lines. So now our edge is going inwards now. What this is doing is giving us what we are going to be doing in 3D, whether we are extruding, beveling, whatever it is, chamfer and the rest. So this is going to be just one single patch of subdivided polygon. So now moving to the side, we know that this plane and this plane are different in the sense that this plane is facing here, this is facing here, then this is actually facing 90. This is 90 degree from here. Yeah, this Photoshop is just really annoying right now. Whenever I'm using my pen with Photoshop, it tends to do this. I honestly don't know why. But we'll get done with this. in a bit. I just want to show you the thought processes. Most of the times when I look at what I want to model, I do this visually. So Photoshop is back. So like I was saying, this particular face is 90 degrees away from this face. This face is 90 degrees away from this face. So this is going to be facing this direction. So if this is the x-axis, this is going to be the y-axis. The z-axis, now referring to Maya. Okay, so we know that these faces are now going to be traveling in a bidirectional angle from these faces. So our edges still continues. We can have an edge loop which will probably connect here and terminate here, or we can find a way of joining it with this and transferring it off. So we'll figure all that when we start modeling. So when you have this is like a skeletal, then you can have the base mesh to extrude this all off. All of this is going to be one single patch of geometry. So we have our edge loops. By the way, edge loops are created intentionally, not just creating edge loop. For instance, we have we have like we have like a tiny panel loop here. So we want to have our edge loop here. Also here we want to have our edge loop here. Then for these details, let me change the brush. Let me change the color now to something like black. So for these areas, we want to make sure we have edge. We want to make sure we have edges appropriately around here, so that we can cut in those details later on. Then here also we need an edge loop. We need polygons here. Also here and here we need polygons accordingly. So we get in that. The rest are basically texture work. For the top, it's basically straightforward. It's going to be a separate mesh. It's going to be a separate mesh. So the edge flow goes that way. We can add a center edge, then this goes the other way. Same as here, traveling bidirectional. This faces up and this faces this side. So we can have this running here, then connecting it to this. So the main point of this now is getting edges that aligns with the amount of edges here, so that we can later combine these two surfaces together and bridge them to have our top. So the rest are just self-explanatory. Just model them in and combine, bridge, weld, whatever method you use when combining your meshes. Then also the glue. These are separate meshes that are just put in place. So nothing spectacular about that. So with this set now, we can actually visualize how we want to go about modeling this. I might come back to reference on this, but I basically might not need to, because I'll just be working off my head. So that basically wraps um, this particular part of the process in Photoshop. So what I'll do is now go back to my application. And before I start, my application of choice is Maya, which you people probably already know. So what we are modeling now can actually work in any application of your choice, be it Cinema 4D, 3D Studio Max, Blender. They are basically all the same. They have the same tools: extrude, bevel, chamfer, insert, and the rest, merge. So it basically doesn't it's not particularly um how am I going to put it now? It's not particularly specific to one application. So we are in this is Maya. So what I want to do now is go back to my reference images and try to pick something I can make use of in my viewport. So I'm actually going to be going for this because this is a perfectly front view. So I'll go with this, and look for a good side view I can work with. Let's see. Think. I'm sorry about that. I think this can work. Yeah, it can. It's just going to be like a visual guide. It's not like perfect because these are not blueprints. These are images. So I'll go back to Maya and I'll load in my image place. So if you are used to Maya by now, you know that bringing in image planes by using this button here. So I'll go to my desktop where my image plane is located. Then I select the front. Oh, I have to go to the front view now. Front view, um, load image plane, desktop, new folder. Okay, gotcha. So most times I remove the background, but I'm not going to be doing that now. Just want to start going to this. So what I do is I probably reduce the color gain so it's not all that bright. But like I said, you can always go to Photoshop and remove the background, which is going to make it easier. I think talking about now, I think it's actually going to be a good idea. So you can open this in Photoshop, click do a selection, perfect. Then unlock area, layer, delete, then edit, file, save as a PNG format, save. Okay, with that done, you can go back to Maya, loading the new image plane we just created. Okay, new folder, look for a PNG file, PNG, I'm not sure we saved that. Let's go back to Photoshop, file, save as PNG. Let's check the location. It's actually there. Let me resave again just to be sure. Okay, let me go back to Maya. Okay, for some weird reason, let me delete this image plane and do that again. For some weird reason, I don't seem to be seeing the file I just saved. Okay, and that's okay. Oh yeah, there you go. So open. So now you can work without the distraction of the white border, which is good for us. That's okay. So with the front, we can now go to the side, load image plane, desktop. Then let's look for the side we agreed on. Okay, this open. I'm not going to be removing the background for this because it's going to be a whole lot of work which I don't necessarily have the time for. So when we go back to our perspective view, we can now arrange this accordingly. Move this to the front, and this is facing the wrong direction right now, so we can actually rotate the image plane 180 degrees, or is this 0 or 90? Okay, minus 90. Good. So we can move that to the side. So like I said, they are not perfectly aligned, but it's all good. We are going to be adjusting that as we start modeling. So with that said and done, our image plane is ready. As you can see, they are not aligned yet, so we'll work on that later. Okay, so we can now save scene, generator. Oh, okay. We go to my scene generator 2. Save as. So I'm just going to stop the video now and maybe start in a new section. Okay, I'm going to like I said, if you are using any other application, what I'm going to do during this modeling process is going to work for you. Don't worry about the application of choice. It all depends on the artist, like they say. All the tools are basically the same across all applications. So I'm going to be starting this in a few minutes now. My recording is about, I think, 30 minutes per video. So I'll let the time run out. It's basically about 29. We have like less than 30 seconds now. So this is not going to be like a beginner tutorial for Maya. You can get a lot of applications. I said that you can get a lot of tutorials to start.